Happy graduation day, distinguished alumni, guests, family, friends, basic international staff, mentors, and the extraordinary class of 2021.
Me and Brian, we are the co-MCs. So next we'll have Brian and speak about field performance with regards to the work that you guys have been doing in the field and the impact that it has had. So let's welcome Brian.
We did it.
Thank you for clapping. So before I continue, I just want to acknowledge so NEC is part of the NEC is part of the National Alumni Committee, PACE Alumni Last time as well. Alvin Kukasi is the Vice Chairman of the National Alumni Committee. These are things that were done this year. I want to also acknowledge the Treasurer, who is part of the graduation class today, Phoebe. She was elected also at the national conference that was held in August. So congratulations to you all. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah. Alvin will be speaking. I just want to be a change maker. I just want to leave a legacy. Then I normally ask the same question 1 week after you've gone into Mathare, you've gone into those places, and then I want to know, are you still with that fire? You're now thinking, wow, kumbe security in this country is a joke, or kumbe people don't get the best education and stuff like that. And that thing can be very motivating. And I think at this point you realize how much teachers sacrifice for our students. I think by now, assistants, marking, those books were marking, those teams, those books. Now after 4 years, she was going to university. Jenny could not speak proper English, and now she was going to do journalism. To me, that meant everything to me. So do not despise, as small as it was. The Nairobi Graduation is about 6,000. The TAL camps have been happening in every school. And I really want to appreciate you guys for taking up something that you did not know. That's a foreign concept for every fellow who joins PACE. I normally see your faces when the first person comes and says, so you're going to do something about literacy. And I normally see how you look shocked until you start doing it and I see how you enjoy it. I know we always follow up with data, but it is very important in life. Okay? So I think some of the things you pick out of PACE is wherever you go to work, wherever you go to, whatever you do, someone will always expect some feedback from you. So I'm glad that PACE has taught you that very nicely, calmly, on how to give feedback on such things. So you've done a lot on extracurricular activities, on mentorship, and I just want us to celebrate all that with a good clap. And I don't
primary school, and I really saw to it that I make a speech about how my fellowship contributed to me finding my purpose, because PACE was not just a fellowship for me, it was something more than that. And for a very long time, I thought purpose was something you stumbled upon or just encountered, then leave that particular thing for the rest of your life. And most of my quiet time with God was spent asking Him to just help me find my purpose, because the mystery of being alive is finding that particular thing you want to take on your life to and living that particular thing. And Mathare Primary changed my perception of purpose, because I thought, purpose had to be one thing that I'm going to live for the rest of my life. And from the very simple moments, because my personal teacher gave me the responsibility to take care of pupils in a class called 7A. And from the very simple things like going to class and having the pupils greet me as good morning, Teacher Hilda, to TAL sessions at 3 p.m. that we prepared for every single day, where we had the pupils sing, dance, learn how to read. to making charts for the pupils, and just waking up every single morning and taking a matatu to Madari Primary School, I realized that in fact PES was an eye-opener to my journey or my calling as an educator, because I have undertaken a course in Bachelor of Education Arts, and so that tells you I am a teacher. And PES added to the fact that I realized I am a teacher by heart. I'm not just a teacher by training, I am a teacher by heart. So PES wasn't just a fellowship, it was a space that allowed me to grow to a wholesome person. And I will take every experience from PES and how amazing everyone was right from training, because I had conversations with a number of you, Nadia, Phoebe, Clarence, Nifty. Each and every one of you had something to give to the world, and that just made me realize each of us has something to give. It's not just, we can give more than we think we can. We are very capable. And the highlight of my 2021 was my PES fellowship, because I met Clarence, and most of the things I do right now, I do with Clarence. We are a team. I met Nifty, and that was the best team I ever worked with. Everything worked so well. Our personalities intertwined so well. So it was something I'll forever be grateful for. And so today I stand a firm believer that purpose isn't just a moment in our lives or one thing we take our whole lives to. We could live our purpose every single day by just making someone smile. Purpose could mean a journey destined to take us to the next phase of our lives, just like PES has opened so many doors right now. Actually, most of the applications I'm making right now, because I am trusting God for a master's abroad, and most of the applications I'm making right now, PES has been the highlight of part of the things I have done and contributed to my community. So thank you to all of you for playing a part in my purpose. Thank you to PES fellows that I encountered with, and as I venture into even greater things that were opened by this door, I'll forever be grateful to the Peacemaker International family for kickstarting my journey. Today I stand a big firm believer that purpose is how you use your talent and capabilities to impact the lives of people around you, and I pray all of you find your purpose someday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hilda, and congratulations for graduating today. So next we have, first of all, I want to ask whether Yvonne is here. Is Yvonne here yet? Narrative or a storytelling spoken word. Welcome, Michelle.
Hello everyone. My name is Teresa Michelle Zikutu, and I have a little maybe poem or presentation. Okay. Life is hot and bright as the sun. It is. Life is bright and hot as the sun. Too hot to handle kind of experience, not the sailors doing. Life is like a ship in the ocean sailing. Every day we are discovering ourselves. Life is like a lullaby. Music to the ears. Life is like a crown with jewels. Think of the trophies you get and the wins you get just for living this life. Life is like the star, so close and so far. So close and so far. Thank you.
Please clap for her. Thank you so much, Michelle. That's such a nice poem about life. And let me tell you, adulting is quite a thing. So even keeping you as alumni, let me tell you, it will do you more good than you will ever know. So I want to, again, just before I call upon Alpha to give his speech, I want to acknowledge some of our alumni at the back there who are really assisting us today. There is Jeremy Muiru, who is there. Please stand and wave, Jeremy. There is Annette Mona, and there is Sylvia James, who is at the registration desk. Those are alumni from different years. So like I said, it's an alumni family. In fact, the name of the group today will change and you'll see what it will be called, okay? So at this point, I want to welcome Alpha, who more than being a fellow has also been my friend, and I really appreciate and love him. So please just come and make your presentation. Let's clap for him as he comes forward.
Thank you to you, Tess, my favorites. Billy. Tess, you've been there for us, and now in my list of the men I love, no, I'm not being gay. In the list of the men I love, Brian, welcome. You're my G. Thank you so much. Now, happy graduation day, distinguished alumni, guests, family, friends, Pacemaker International staff, mentors, and the extraordinary class of 2021. I will allot this moment to thank God, and most of us in this allotting, in this sea of smiling faces, for making this a success. It has not been easy. Today is a defining milestone in our lives. It is no secret or debate that we have proven ourselves to be the most resilient classes in Pacemaker International history. We have all fought battles, both known and unknown, to those around us. Despite our struggles, we have made it to this moment, and in spite of the most stressful and, in some way, crashing year we could have anticipated. For the last 3, 6, 9 months or so, those who have been in the fellowship for that long, I've been there for 6 months. For the last 3, 6, 9 months, we have put in work looking forward to our time to be recognized and our time to shine. It might not be the celebration we imagined or the graduation we anticipated, but it is still our time. Although it may feel hollow for those who have gone before us, or those who came before us, having achieved the goals we still dream of, we still impacted the kids' lives and the community at large by carrying on despite COVID-19 limitations, keeping in mind that every generation has had a fair share of a struggle of their own, and accepting COVID-19 was ours, and we soldiered on. Congratulations. So I urge you today not to look at this year for the lost opportunities, but rather as a foundation of the new chapter of our lives and what we are getting into. This is with a better understanding and experience of how to cherish the simplest pleasures, hugs, gatherings, celebrations, and experiences of how, we are entering a new chapter of our lives with a better understanding and experience of how to cherish the most simplest pleasures, hugs, gatherings, celebrations, and smiles, which includes the way we have responded, reacted, endured, and risen above everything with regards to who we are. We have remained on a year or a term or a fellowship or perhaps a lifetime of triumphs forged through setbacks. We are encouraged that we were born for such a time as this, to be the fresh emerging leaders bursting onto the scene of a world that so desperately needs our help, our energy, our light, our ingenuity, our resilience, and our vision. And as fulfilling as today may seem, this is not the end. Graduation is not the ultimate goal. We are here we are to take everything this fellowship or this school of life has taught us and go forth, be the change, be the place, and be the pacemakers. This is our launching pad. This is our launching pad. Now take a flight. Thank you and congratulations.
Great, let's clap for him once more. So Christine, welcome. She has an a cappella. She was to perform with the piano, but we didn't get a pianist. So she'll do an a cappella. Welcome Christine, let's clap for her once more.
Honestly. Because anyway, everyone has their own personality. It was what it was. We completed. Yeah, so I have a song. This song is called Sisi ni Moja. We, the PACE fellows, they, the administration, them, the students that we taught, the ones that we interacted with, the teachers that we met, we are one. Doesn't matter, we are one. We were placed in upbeat schools. I'm actually from Madare, raised and bred there. We are one. I confirmed it. The moment that I got into the room and we were being trained, as everyone else was saying they come from whichever place that you would imagine. I said, I'm from Madare. We were trained together. We graduated together, and I realized we are one. We all cry, we all feel hunger, we all feel pain. We all cry, we all love, we all hope, and we all dream. We are one world, one people, and we all breathe the same. A tribe of many languages, a group of many heartaches, fighting for peace among the land. Hey ya, sisi ni moja. Hey ya, sisi ni moja. Hey ya, sisi ni moja. Hey ya, we are one. We all bruise, we all scar, we all fall, but learn to cry. We all breathe, we all cry, we all feel hunger, we all feel pain. We are one world, one people, and we all breathe the same. A tribe of many languages, a group of many heartaches, fighting for peace among the land. Hey ya, sisi ni moja. Hey ya, sisi ni moja. Hey ya.
Thank you so much, Christine. It's from cohort 2. You can come, Nicole. Let's clap for Nicole as she comes. One thing I like about Nicole is she has a strong voice. When you will hear it, yeah? When she speaks, she will shake this room. She has a very strong voice and she's very eloquent. And when she told us that she wants to do this speech, we were so excited. So welcome, Nicole. Let's clap for Nicole as she makes her way. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi. Just anadanganya. Sauti yangu haitetemeshi. Inatetemesha sahi. So my name is Nicole Adebe, base fellow at Komarok Primary School. Together with I was with Joy, Remy, Lona, and Yvonne. And together we are a great team. So at one point in life, I had a goal to have an impact in the society. My impact, I didn't know how I could have an impact, but I just wanted to have a positive impact in the society. So as usual, I just told God that I want to have an impact, and boom, I met Joy. Joy is my we studied at the same university, so we met at the club, and she told me political science club, not. So we met at the club, and she told me we just met along the way. I didn't even know that she was my homie. To make it worse, she just lives like behind, like nyumba yetu, alafu nyumba yetu. I didn't know that. And then she told me about pacemaker. And I was so happy because when I looked at the vision and the mission of this organization is to help those underserved communities to get those teachers, like to be able to help them. So I saw that it was aligning with my goal. So I joined PACE, and that's how I joined PACE. So PACE has had an impact in me in various ways. Like while you are in school, I realized that I could be able to teach. My confidence improved. It also taught me to be more empathetical. I was also able to motivate them and make them be positive about Kiswahili, because we had a project named Kiswahili Kitukuzwe, and we also we know that many people do not like Kiswahili. Like it's so hard. Like in every 10 people, you just find like one person who can speak fluently in Kiswahili, whereas it is a national language. So I thought that that would be a very, very good project. Also, we conducted THAL, where we were able to get learners improved from the letter level to the word level with my able learning Corazon. She was so good and so kind. At first, when I met her, I thought that she was this strict person, you know. When you meet a person and the way she is, like when you just see her, you think that she's a very strict person, but she's so good. And in the trainings, I was also able to learn about the social entrepreneurship. Like that is one thing that I'll never forget. Social entrepreneurship. I did not know even the meaning that at that time that Tess was talking about. She said, like she just entered and she said that today we are going to learn about social entrepreneurship. It's so easy. You all of you know business. So it's so easy. But I only knew the meaning of social, because social means interacting with people. And the meaning of entrepreneurship, having a business idea and starting it. But I didn't know that it was having a business idea that could benefit the people. So as she was saying that it's so easy, I was not getting, like nothing was coming out. Like how do you expect me to know social entrepreneurship is a business, like to benefit the community? At that point, I saw that me in Uganda were lying. But you see, since some people were able to answer that question, and you are told, tell me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. So because you are wise, I'm also wise. And after that, I was able, like nowadays, when I think of a business opportunity, I know that it must be a social entrepreneurship one, because she said, right now due to COVID-19, social entrepreneurship are the ones which are thriving, like they are there, Cindy. And also, I also learned about the personality types. I never knew my personality type. I never knew, honestly. I thought that it was just me being me, but I didn't know that it was real. Everybody, like some people were like this. So when I did the personality test, I was so shocked, like, because you are saying yes, no, like, but the things that are written there, it's like that person knows you. So I was able to know myself, and I was also able to join the Greek conference through PACE. I joined the Greek conference, and it was so like changing, whereby I had the speech of Peggy, and she said that you should have that daring dream. Whatever you have, like, just have it, believe in yourself, do it, and what is it that you can do to be of impact to the society. Also, we are taught about the money literacy. I didn't, like, unajua tu hapo, like, you know that unajua uko na pesa, nikishapata pesa ataenda ninunue viatu, nikishapata pesa ndio na kuna club nyingine hapo, hapo ni hapo tunaenda, like, you know that. But since I joined PACE, I'm able to learn about the money literacy. Also, my confidence has improved. When Brian says that at siku ya kwanza during interview it was so perfect, I don't get how it was perfect, because I know myself. Whatever I said, like, English was in my head, but the English was not in me. Like, it was not coming out. No, when he says that the interview was perfect, like, he also asked me, what is your goal in life? I had no goal in life. Honestly, unasonga tunamtaratara. Si tumeamka leo, tumekunywa chai, nimeenda nikasoma, nitakutihani. Kwani what next? Future itakuwa sawa. Hata ikikuja, challenges ikikuja, si tutapambana nazo na tutasonga, si ndio? So I had no goal, but since I have joined PACE, like, to me, pacemaker has been enlightening, like, completely. I'm not that Nicole who could say that I cannot. Now I know I can. When Mr. Muturi came to our school, Komarok Primary, and then he asked if there is anything, like, see, Amimaliza, and then now the last thing, is there anything that you'd like to add? Nothing. But I was there, like, nafikiria kuna project hapa inanisumbua. Na nilimwambia mwenzangu unataka tufanye project, akaona ni ngumu. Lakini sasa I don't know how I told you, but I just said, like, Mr. Muturi, there's this project that I've been thinking of about tukue na makokoto hapa tuweke kwenye shule, ndiposa hao wanafunzi waache kutembea kwenye matope wakati wa mvua. Wengine wao huanguka wakati wa mvua. And then akaniambia, Nicole, let me tell you something. If anything, if everybody could just have a dream and just think of it and let it, like, just like that, nothing could come into existence. Like these beautiful structures. Yani, if Peggy could have thought of just like PACE, just like that, and left it like that, like just to have an impact and left it like that, no one of us could have been sitting right here. No one of us could have been transformed in various ways that have been transformed. So through that, I became daring with my dreams, and I just believed in myself. Anything right now, when I think of something, I believe in myself and I know I can do it. So, why can't I just talk about the stipend? Nataka kusema kupata stipend. Kupata stipend. Stipend nifanye nikatetemesha kijiji ba. But anyways, the stipend was also good, and I'm really thankful. At least, hata ukiona unaenda nini, ukiona hata unapiga picha unajiona bana natetemesha kijiji, unajua uliomoka, kumbe ni stipend, but usawi with you, yeah? Okay, so as I conclude, I would like to use like two songs that I love. It's like one is I Was Here by Beyonce. Then there is Sipangwingwia. You know it's Sipangwingwia. But that's kisikia wanafunzi like watoto wenu wanaongelea Sipangwingwia si kwa ubaya. Like that song is legit. Your song is really something. Ninachukua motisha. Siko vibaya sasa. I was here. This I was here is a song that was sung. It's just a song, but it was also sung during the United Nations conference. It basically meant that you as a person were here. Right now, you are here in this ceremony, in this world. There is power in every decision you make. You can change the world with that decision. Aim to leave an impact, a mark, and this starts with what you are doing right now. Do your best. Also, Sipangwingwi is a trending song in Kenya by Zaru, Junior, X-ray. It just says that one should mind his own like just mind your business. I want to use this in a positive way to educate and be good to everyone. Lastly, when you were born, you cried. Like you cried as people rejoiced. Now when you die, why don't you rejoice as people cry? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, let's appreciate her.
Unataka msimbo kama umetia ngombe ya mama. Unataka mjaa kula
Thank you very much. I feel constricted standing here, so I'll be moving around. You allow me as an academic. I don't get the luxury of sitting or standing in one spot. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hand to the plow and don't look back. Our chief guest, Madam Beatrice Onyango, who is the AVF manager at Single Family Foundation, distinguished graduates, and Alpha, I want to say it's still graduates until a few minutes from now, the parents here, the teachers, the staff at Pacemaker International. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great moment for us as Pacemaker International. It's been an amazing year, and you were the central cog in making this amazing. If today you stood here and gave a speech, gave spoken word, sang a song, Sister Moja, or performed, please stand up. Leo kama umefanya hivyo, please stand up. If you gave a speech, can we give them a round of applause? Wametosha ama hawajatosha? Wameweza hawajaweza? Please, it's very well done. Thank you very much. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to acknowledge the work that you've done, and I come carrying congratulations from the board of directors and from all our supporters. They are extremely delighted with the work that you guys have done. It has been an amazing year, both on the project front and in the work happening in the classrooms. So congratulations, very well done. Secondly, I want to thank the team at PACE. I've had Corazon Simkali for the first time. Mumtengenezea CV. So if you work at PACE in the offices, please stand. I know you were introduced earlier, but just stand. Please stand. I will not introduce you again. This is part of the team. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the team. The gentleman who was introducing the others and forgot to introduce himself, or need to say he's been our assistant manager programs, Brian Masheria. and from this coming year is being promoted to be the regional manager, Nairobi. Yeah, we can celebrate. The lady who you all love, Alpha, said twice. And when a man says that word twice, back to back, you've got to think closely. Tess Nishu has done a fantastic job, just like you acknowledge, we do acknowledge, and for that reason, she will be leading our efforts in Kilifi County from July next year. Corazon remains here to ensure that things are happening in the schools. I can't afford to lose her from Nairobi, so Corazon will be here. We do have another team that is based in Kisumu, and recently we launched in Malawi. So we are growing as an organization thanks to the work we're doing. Team, you may sit down. Thank you very much. Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate and acknowledge our partners. And our partners come in different shapes and sizes, different responsibilities and obligations. And today, our guest, chief guest, comes from one of our partners who happen to be our funding partners, the Single Family Foundation. And she will be speaking shortly. I'll introduce her shortly. But we do have other funding partners. If you check on our website, if you saw the video of the work we did, at the end, we have a number of partners. So really allow me to appreciate and acknowledge those partners. The second set of partners that are very fundamental, and I'm actually very surprised that Nicole can openly say that she received a grant. Actually, she received a stipend. That's what we call a grant from our office to you. Because many of you, when I meet your parents privately, they have no idea that you ever received a single shilling. They actually say, "Munafanya kazi nzuri, but fare inatusukuma." So to hear Nicole openly say that, it's beautiful. So we really do acknowledge you parents who are here. It's an amazing support you give us. First, to have allowed the young people to volunteer in a country where money talks, to have allowed them to continue through it in an economy that is going down, and to have supported them through it, because you are not aware of that stipend element. Really, we can only say thank you, thank you, thank you. I know some parents are watching online, some are here. Able to appeal to Makofi, they've tried it. Yeah, really. The third set of partners that I want to appreciate are the schools. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without the schools. You are in a school. That school must have allowed us to have you there. And as the speeches have alluded, my friend Christine said that Sister Corazon aliwavumilia. So you can imagine the teachers, they had also to vumilia. Yes, you're marking, yes, you're doing the things you're doing, but also you are this diamond that was rough, that needed a bit of polishing, and therefore they had to go through that. So the schools, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate the schools. There are 69 of them within this country, and we are expanding to 80 schools in 2022. So friends, put your hand to the plow and don't look back. My message to you today is, put your hand to the plow and don't look back. Growing up, I grew up in the Bundus. Bundus is a place you guys come to when it's Christmas time. Bundus is a place where, if you're not careful, no one will ever know your name. Bundus was my home. But it was a special place because while there, anyone who has grown up in the rural, deep rural, would know that there's a bit of similarity with the underserved, but it's a bit different. There's a bit of space. And I enjoyed sugarcane. whether it was the real sugarcane or it was the stalk. Maize stalk can make sugarcane. Surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen. If you take the maize stalk, it can actually give you a bit of sugar. So I enjoyed that life. And to me, bamboo was a nuisance. But a few years later, having grown up, having met destiny shapers, I happened to have been in China in 2010 to 2011. While there, something surprised me, ladies and gentlemen. The bamboo that was a nuisance, I was a sugarcane maize stalk guy, was being used for scaffolding. Scaffolding are those metals that you see, like if you look across, there's a building coming up. Here we use steel to build those story buildings. But in China, they use bamboo. It surprised me, how could that simple nuisance in the bundus be so powerful in China? They were using bamboo, the way we know it, bamboo, ladies and gentlemen. So it was a major, major, major surprise. And I tried to check what is special about bamboo. So I realized that the bamboo, for the first 4 to 5 years, the seed is in the ground. There is absolutely nothing above the ground. That's bamboo. So maize, if you are planting maize, you remember the maize stalk? If you are planting that, you'll have harvested 4 times. And if you come from some regions, maybe even 8 times. There are those who plant twice a year. In the meantime, the seed you planted for bamboo is still on the ground. I am not sure about you, but if you are like me, where patience is tested, chances are I wouldn't wait that long. But once the bamboo sprouts, 5 weeks later, it will be 27 meters above the ground. In 5 weeks, having spent 4 to 5 years on the ground as a seed. Because the bamboo builds the roots. So that was a magical lesson for me. But let me surprise you. This year, though I'm on this side, I have been your student. And I've picked major lessons. When I came to those schools, when I came to open some sessions, I have picked major lessons. They have simply been pure. As pure as the lesson I picked on bamboo. What was a nuisance once, and a major scaffold now. And I want to share with you 4 lessons that I've picked from you, 4 values that I've picked from you, even as we induct you into this space. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hand to the plow. Don't look back. That's the message I have for you. So what have I picked from the field as I've gone round? It's been pure, P-U-R-E. And the P has been persistence. As I came round, I could see, I could feel. And if you are not sure what I'm talking about, just today, here, we've seen what persistence can do. Teresa Michelle Nisu stood here, and for a moment, she forgot 1 or 2 words. She did not go to sit down. She persisted. She stood it. She went through it. As I went to Savior King, and Phoebe and the team were there, and with a lot of challenges there, I could see in their eyes the persistence. By the way, they did not start with that library, not with that computer lab. They started with vegetables, you saw in the video. But they ended up doing marvelous persistence, ladies and gentlemen. So what do you do when life throws at you those curveballs? Do you give up, or do you complete the circle, ladies and gentlemen? What do you do when things boomerang? Do you run for the rope? Or do you say, hey, a pendulum could come out of this? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you do when life throws at you those things? I'm encouraging us today, and it's a lesson you've taught me during this year, that please let us wear the cloth of persistence. We can do this. we can be these great change makers. We don't have to give up, at least not now. The world needs us as change makers. The second lesson that I picked as I went around this year is that it's important, just like the bamboo, to be unique. The U in the pure, unique. I've given you the first 1P, having majorly been centered around what happened in Savior King. The unique was majorly centered in the office, and it's so surprising that Nicole literally saw what I was going to say, because the unique is based on a lesson I picked from the team. Recently we had a function and the team tortured me. I've got to confess, these guys could help me possibly. They tortured me by telling me that one of them had a favorite song. Guess what the song was? He or two. That was the song. My life is the straight and narrow. So I'd never heard of that. I have been arranging them. Nimekuwa nikiwapanga. Kumbe hawataki kupangwa. So on a good light note, really, they made me to look at least at the onset of that video of Sipangwingwi. I hope I'm not even sure it's me saying this. But anyway, I enjoyed and they enjoyed me through that. But I picked a major lesson. That song, as cynical as it may be towards the end or center, the beginning is actually very fundamental. That it's important as a change maker to be unique, to stand tall, to keep on the journey. Don't allow yourself kupangwa. Certainly, the beginning of that song is something we can all use as change makers. So today, I want to encourage you to put on the dress, put on the coat. Let's get on to this journey. Uniqueness is highly, highly fundamental. So the team, you taught me a lesson. Thank you very much. And it's Brian who was the inciter among that team. I'll see him dance to this Pamini song after this. So Brian, you better be ready. The third lesson that I picked, I've told you it's been magical, it's been pure out there, ladies and gentlemen. So the team taught me to be unique, that they are unique, and I must appreciate that. Phoebe here taught me with her team, they taught me that persistence is very, very critical. The special element that I learned from Mathare Primary, and you know I came there a number of times, is the R in pure. Please be rooted. Be rooted on something. Be rooted. Root. Mizizi. Remember the bamboo goes deep in terms of those 5 years. It's building the root system. Please be rooted. If I met you on the street, what are you rooted on? What are you rooted on? Be rooted. And Clarence Mohoro, together with Hilda Nekea, have not seen Nifty. Oh, Nifty is there. These guys, together with others, they taught me a lesson. But you know what? You can be rooted. How did I pick that lesson from them? Long after they finished their duration, these guys were still in the school. Just like I've also seen with the team in Savior King. In fact, their biggest success happened after they had finished the fellowship. This is what it means when you are rooted in something. You see it through. It doesn't matter whether the set timelines, the mandatory timelines, the statutories are over. You see it through. And my encouragement to you today, ladies and gentlemen, please be rooted, at least in something. Be rooted. Be rooted. And, you know, Christine Mawia, please Christine, stand up again. Yeah, please stand up. Did you guys hear that voice? Huwa mnasema Mathare, umesikiaje? Sisi ni moja. Thank you, you can sit down. Thank you. Great voice. I definitely shall look for you because I think there's something we can do together. But ladies and gentlemen, you can be something. You can root yourself in something. Ask yourself, what is it that God has given you? And then root yourself in that. The last lesson that I picked, and I'm about to finish, ladies and gentlemen, is always be expectant. Always be expectant. And this lesson, I picked it from Maji Mazuri. Now, if you were in Maji Mazuri, I don't want to say the names first. If you were in Maji Mazuri and you know you spent a lot of time, please stand up. Now, I want us to clap for Fazira Akinya Sanani. Please let's clap for her. She did not only do the most hours among the team here, but I picked that, please take your seat. Thank you. Thank you, Fazira. You can be expectant. Not of a baby. I know some of you are looking at. No, not that one. But the Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13:13 that these three things remain. Those things, if you look at them, what cuts across them is being expectant. You can't afford to wake up in the morning without being hopeful. You can't. You can't afford to wake up in the morning without having faith in something, at least in yourself works. You cannot wake up and go through the streets not having love, because then everyone becomes a nuisance in your face. All those three things that must remain, the cutting thread across them, if you check closely, is actually being expectant.
Program Officer, CBTAF, Corazon, to award the medals to the fellows. So, welcome. Okay, so the first person we have is Angela Muhoja. Angela, please come. Let's clap for her. Let's continue to clap as she makes her way. So Angela, congratulations. Congratulations, Angela. Next we have Abigail. You can start making your way. Abigail Masakwe, here. Abigail Masakwe here. Okay. Next we have Angela Wangoi. Angela Wangoi. Let's clap for her. Alvin Abondi. Let's clap for her as she makes her way as well. Let's continue to clap for Alfie as she makes her way. And then Anne Pioli. Congratulations, Alfie. Congratulations, Anne. Then we have Antonia Faustin. Antonia. Andrew Nganga. Then we have Dorothy Maina. Dorothy Maina. Austin Cabera. Austin Cabera. a medal and then the certificate. Okay? Bill Kibichi. Let's clap for them. Beatrice Achie and Bill. Then we have Brandon Chisika. Please make your way. Brandon Chisika, please make your way. And Beryl Anyango Gayo, if you're present. Belinda Azam. Next batch of certificates will be given out by our executive director and Teacher Samuel. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Corazon and Beatrice. Let's clap for them. Thank you. Welcome. So we have Consolata Nekesa. Consolata Nekesa. Christine Mawia, you can follow. Clarence Muhoro, also make your way. Let's clap for them. Congratulations. Congratulations, clap. Congratulations, Clarence and Cedric. Dalton, Moriamo, please make your way. Dalton and Diana Wanja. Diana Wanja and Dalton, please make your way. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Next we have Diana Rose, also make your way. Diana Rose Mwangi. Congratulations, Dalton. Diana Wanja. Diana Wanja. Diana Rose. Diana Wanja first. And then Diana Rose. Congratulations. Evelyn Akelo, you can make your way. Evelyn Akelo and Emmanuel Yambo. Emmanuel, are you present? Fiona Gertrude, make your way, Fiona. Let's clap for them. Congratulations, Diana. Congratulations, Sophie. Fiona, Gertrude. First clap. Okay. Congratulations, Paris. Thank you so much, Teacher Samuel, and to our ED. Thank you so much. Let's clap for them. The next batch of certificates will be given by our Head of Strategy and Operations, Madam Doris Kiogora and Eneki, from our alumni board. Please welcome them with a round of applause. So we have Faith Gediga Gitao. Faith Nabuire Drenge. So the first one is Faith Gediga Gitao. Is Faith Drenge here? Georgina Ijete. Georgina Ijete. Congratulations, Faith. Grace Bibe. Grace here. Oh, Grace. Welcome, Grace. Let's clap for you. George Nyarumba. Congratulations, Grace. Grace was my favorite. George Narumba. Welcome, George. Congratulations. Come in. Heather Wanjiru. Hilda Anekea. Hilda. Congratulations, Hilda. Followed by Hope Mudoni. Hope, if you are here, Hope Mudoni. Let's clap for them as they make their way. So as I've said, you pick your medal and then your certificate. Congratulations, Hilda. And continue with the same spirit. Hope Mudoni. Hope Ida. James Mutahi. James Mutahi. Congratulations. Followed by Josiah Gatabi. Alpha. Closely followed by Julie Akinyi. Congratulations, Josiah. Welcome, Julie. Up the hair. Jolie Samoka. Followed by Joy Wamboi. Jolie Samoka. will make their way forward. Congratulations. Joy Wangoi, Joy Ruth Olum Akech. Joy Ruth. Followed by Joy Jerry. Congratulations. Joy Jerry, followed by Joy Gessa. Joy Gessa, congratulations. Joy Jerry, congratulations. Joyce Mwangi. Joyce Mwangi. Followed by Casey Bolo. Kevin Irungu. Kevin Irungu. And Kyle is there with us. Congratulations. I thought I saw Kyle. Followed by Lona Bogomba. Lona and Lona Sonia. Lona Sonia. Congratulations. Lona Sonia. Lydia Musuto. Making her way is Lona Sonia. Congratulations. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Lydia Musuto, please make your way. Congratulations. Lucy Irako, is she with us? Yes, congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you so much to our head of strategy and Neki. Thank you. Let's clap for them. Let's appreciate them. The next group, we will have our Brian Masharia together with Teacher Liz from our 10th program, awarding our fellows. Welcome, Teacher Liz. Welcome, Brian. Margaret Mushai. Margaret Mushai. Matthew Barrow. Maureen Wangoi. Maureen Wangoi. Michelle Gama. Congratulations. Maureen Wairimu Mwangi. Nifty Naidas. Maureen Wairimu Mwangi and Nifty Naidas, please make your way. Is Nifty with us? Nifty is followed by Nicole Adebe and Nick Roberts. Congratulations, Nifty. Ojo Lena Gesa.
kidogo. Chapa na Yesu.
Omari Barak Bob. Hapo ni wewe. Congratulations, Omari. Lucilla Orwa. Let's clap for them as they make their way. Cindy, Otieno Cindy Gloria. Is she with us? Great. Congratulations. Please make your way. Followed by Owen Wanjobi. Otieno Cindy, congratulations. Perpetua Mamboy. Perpetua. Congratulations, Perpetua. Please make your way. Followed by Perpetua is followed by Phoebe Mugo. Phoebe Mugo. Congratulations, Perpetua. Phoebe is followed by Rachel Kabesu. Rachel Kabesu, please make your way. Congratulations, Phoebe. Rachel Wangoi. Rachel Wangoi, followed by Rehema. Congratulations, Rachel. Rachel Wangoi, congratulations. Rita Mora, please make your way. Congratulations, Rehema. Rita Mora and Remy Ontario. Congratulations, Rita Mora. Ryan Charles. Congratulations, Rita and Remy. Ruby, you can make your way. Ruby Wangome, let's clap for her as she makes her way. Ruby is one of the most active participants in a training. She will challenge you with questions until you feel like you know nothing. Congratulations, Ruby. Rita Waikuru. And Sarah Biaki. Congratulations, Sarah Biaki and Shakira. Shakira Mwakitawa, you can make your way. Sarah Biaki, followed by Shakira Mwakitawa. Congratulations. Sharon Vihenda, you can start to make your way. Sharon Vihenda. Sharon. Great, let's give a round of applause. Thank you, Brian. Next certificate will be awarded by Alvin Kubasu and Helen. Helen is our communications officer, as we had communicated. So let's have Stella Mujiru. Stella, congratulations, Stella. Followed closely by Sharon Adhiambo. By followed closely, I mean majina zao zinafuatana. Hakukuwa na marks. So we have Stella. Congratulations, Stella. Sharon Adhiambo. Let's have Susan Paul. Susan Paul, please make your way. Let's clap for them. Congratulations. Sabina Naliaka. Congratulations, Sabina. One thing that really stood out for us with Sabina, she had joined in a different cohort, but since she was not able to finish the trainings, she came back in another cohort. You can see the commitment that she had, yeah? So congratulations, Sabina. Teresa Michelle, please make your way. And Derito. Let's give them a round of applause as they make their way. Teresa Michelle. And Deru. Congratulations. Followed closely by Tulip Bitange. Tulip Bitange. Tulip is another one in training. I think cohort 3 is the lot that has really challenged me as a facilitator. Yeah? They were teaching me as I was teaching them. Congratulations to you. Uni Wangoi Karuba. Uni. Let's clap for her and clap for Tulip as they make their way. And our makeup artist, Victory. Victory and Shane. Let's clap for them as they make their way. Victory is a makeup artist and she made it very clear in every training. She's a social entrepreneur. Yeah? Congratulations, Victory. Violet Moro. Violet, congratulations. Yvonne Kioni. Is Yvonne here? Yvonne, we waited for you in the morning. Congratulations, Yvonne. Yvonne is another one from cohort 3. She would challenge me again in training. Congratulations. The rest, I think, if you are here and you have not received a certificate, probably you registered that you won't be here. So they are still here, so you will notify us and we'll be able to give it to you still within the ceremony. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you, Helen. Let's give them a round of applause. So thank you so much, guys. Now you can officially call yourself alumni, graduates. Congratulations. I see people are taking selfies there. Go ahead. You've done well. We're so proud of the work that you've done. Personally, having been your trainer this year, I am so proud of the impact that you guys have had in the schools, within the fellowship. It has been quite remarkable. So congratulations guys once again. Clap for yourself. I'll invite Brian to lead us in the next list of events, as Shakira called them in the group. So Brian will let us know what is the next event on our list.
Okay, so congratulations. Please let's celebrate it. Maybe we can do that. Yeah, let's do that, please. You know, I think like this is normally happy, but it is sad sometimes for us at the office, because now, okay, but at least we have been taken somewhere, so maybe that will help us. But for me, for the years I worked at Pace, I normally tell Doris that I do not like that part where now I'm seeing you guys go. I don't know, I have attachment issues maybe, I don't know. But good thing, we have alumni. And just to welcome you to the alumni, we have the chairman. So we have the chairman here in Ugutuitui, who is not here. He is based in Moranga and could not make it this morning. He's the chairman who was elected by other alumni. We had that election, like I mentioned, in August. And it was very fair. It was the most fair election I must say. I think PACE has been setting standards in education. Maybe now we need to set standards even in democracy. So he said, so his team is here. And there is it's a whole office complete with vice chairman, a secretary, organizing secretary. There is a treasurer, and then there are other members who are here. And I think the vice chairman, who is here, Alvin, will come and make some remarks. We invite you now officially to the alumni body. Alvin volunteered with us actually in 2020. Yes. 2020, he joined straight from Alliance High School, and you'll see even how he speaks, you'll see that's awesome. So karibu sana Alvin, as you make your remarks briefly, so that please introduce yourself. Let's clap for him.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. So, as previously introduced, my name is Ola Alvin, the seventh son of Basu, the last of that great house, and I'm pretty privileged to be in your midst. And as Brian has mentioned, I am pretty honored to serve as the vice chair of the alumni committee. And it's such a privilege and a good thing that the office, through Daktari, saw it fit to set up this particular committee. And so, since we've had speeches all day long, I don't want to keep piling more speeches on you guys, but I just have rather two questions to ask us. And if you have the answer, I encourage you to say it. So the first question is, having graduated, what would you say, or rather when you're asked, what is PACE, what would be your answer? Just take time to ponder on that. When you're asked, where is PACE, what answer would you give? And you see, I remember when I was a fellow, when I was asked what is PACE, I would define, because PACE is an acronym, so you provide that definition and you sound so outside this world. There, as someone would say, unatetemesha kijiji, because you say what they want to hear. But ideally, maybe you might have your own answer, but from what I have experienced as a PACE fellow, I'd say PACE is not the office. PACE is not the officials, PACE is the people, PACE is all of us. And something that even our class struggled with is saying, okay, after PACE now, what happens to us? Because we had ambitions, we had goals, we had this, as someone has said it, we had the fire in us. And you know, fire as an element, it is either a tool to build or a weapon to destroy. And so this fire that we had in us, the question then comes, where are we taking it? And it's, some people might say, maybe for me, I don't know where I'm taking it, or I don't know what's next. And ideally, from what Dr. talked about, the issue of resilience and persistence. And I think that's where, as the alumni, we come in. Someone tomorrow might want to set up a bigger project than what Phoebe did. Then the question becomes, how do I reach out to Phoebe? Or even when I talk to Phoebe and say, for example, assuming I'm a 2022 fellow, my name is Alvin, hi Phoebe, there's that already prejudice and it becomes an issue to communicate. And therefore, it is important that we have this setup and continue this journey, because it is a journey. We have impacted the children in the school, but then the ideal thing is the real journey is outside here. We need to be the youth, we need to be the ones driving change. And in order for us to facilitate that, we need to come together and continue living as a community. The need to connect. And in conclusion to my very short speech, I would like to tell us a very interesting story. This is an actual scenario that happened in Netherlands. So Netherlands has done a lot of land reclamation from the sea. And that means they have built a lot of dikes and dams and all that. So a story is told that one day a child was just playing along one of the dikes and he saw there was a crack, so water was flowing. And it seemed interesting. So they put a finger there just to see the water flowing with their fingers. It was quite interesting for them. And they stayed there for long. Later on, this child was surprised to see that he's being surrounded by guys who are panicking. And so he didn't comprehend what's going on. But ideally, they said that that crack in the dike could have continued to extend and could have led to immense losses of lives and livelihood. But because this child was just curious, to him he was just doing like, you know, these things makes me happy, let me just do it. He was able to save lives. And even if you were to explain to them today maybe what they did, they might not be able to comprehend. And what am I driving at? My apologies. I'm driving at the need for you to always do something. You don't have to maybe understand it to the end, but if it's something that makes you happy, something that makes life interesting, then do it. It is said that you don't love what you do, or rather, you should love what you do and do what you love. And for me, and I believe for most of us, volunteering with the children, helping to create change has been something that we love. And how I urge each and every one of you to continue with that particular journey. And so, as I conclude, I'm reliably informed that my very able chair is in our midst. And so, as I introduce him, I'd also like to introduce our other alumni. It is something new that we are working on. Would love if you guys will have your input. So we'll be having registration. If you want to continue with us, just register with us. You automatically become an alumni, but for our activities and everything, if you want us to involve you, then you can just pass by our registration and maybe leave by your details. And so before I invite my able chair, I'd like the other alumni committee members to stand up and allow me to introduce them. Kindly clap for them. So, thank you. So I'll start with our, again, very able, so it's a young committee, but I can see the potential. She's called Miss Eneki. She's our organizing secretary. So all the activities that we have planned out for the upcoming year, she'll be the one she'll be the spearheading them. And then you have our member, it's called Graham Muma. He's also an alumnus of the Ivy League school in Kenya. Alliance, that's a story for another day. And we have Phoebe. Phoebe is our treasurer, and I trust her in all possible capacities and measures. So the last thing that I'd like to say before I let my chair come in is I congratulate you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I remember I volunteered last year, 2020. My first day I volunteered in a school called Mahiga Primary School in Kaha West. My first day, I was sent to class 3. So they say the teacher is not there, so just step in and, just do your thing with the kids. In fact, I arrived at around 8. They told me, don't worry, our saa sita wameenda nyumbani, so they won't disturb you much. I was like, okay, that's good. So I went there, and trust me, like one child stands, the rest thinks that's the correct thing, all of them stand, and then you tell them to sit down, he's complaining, the other one is speeching, the other. I remember at exactly 12, in fact, I left them when they were saying they have this prayer, thank you God. I left, and I went and sat with my mom, and I ranted to my mom. I shed a tear or two, and I told her, like, maybe it's better, because after all I'm volunteering, actually nitafute tu kazi yangu. Yenye nitalipwa, because I can't do that. But then she was like, okay, today was bad, let's see how tomorrow brings. So, and from there on, my experience was good, but just that first day, it made me appreciate all the teachers in my life, because I was like, okay, maybe I was this troublesome. And so the fact that you guys were able to pull it through 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, I appreciate each and every one of you. And Dr. the last thing I'd like to say is from our cohort, we graduated online. We knew about the medals. It's good that we are seeing the progress. The office can also work on that, we appreciate. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys, and the world does not know what you are going to give it. So go out there and shine on your way. So kindly keep your hands together and welcome Mr. Ian.
Hi everyone. Hi. Hello graduates. My name is Ian Mwitui. I serve as the chair of you guys. I'm a bit tense. Can someone please kindly lead us in an icebreaker before I lose my wits here? Alvin, would you be kind enough to lead an icebreaker? Because you are losing my shit back.
Okay, so I believe I'm loud enough.
Yes.
People at the back, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. It's one of the great things that my mom gave me, is a good voice. So, I can't think of an icebreaker, but since we've worked with children, this one of the concentration one. Yeah, but I'm limited in the number of names I know, so I'll just try the people that I know. Kindly let us stand up and just try to loosen up a little bit. So, if you hear your name, mostly it will be the officials, because those are the ones I know most. So just keep up the rhythm. And the good thing, the officials know the fellows, so we can keep up the game, right?
Yes.
Okay, so concentration is the game.
Concentration
is the game. Alvin, Brian. Michelle. Okay, let's the last time, and kindly be audible so that you can hear the names. Okay. Concentration is the game. Concentration is the game. Alvin, Doris. Paul. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you very much. name is Ian Goitoi, 23 years old. I served at Buru Primary School. Is there anybody who happened to volunteer this year at Buru Primary School? Nobody? Hey. Okay. So in 2017, I was at Buru. Let me just try to keep it short. That is where I discovered myself. I came to appreciate how hard it is to teach small children. I went in there disregarding my teachers, all my teachers in primary, in high school, and I came out with a newfound respect for that profession. I remember there's one day, if I can recall, it was in class 5. I was teaching, I guess, science or maths. I don't remember what happened, but I remember myself almost literally struggling one child in class 5. This job is not easy, so congratulations to everyone for volunteering, for the number of months you have volunteered. You guys are the real superstars. This is 2021. It's high time, and I think it's the right time, that Pacemaker International decided to band us together. So what happened previously, what used to happen was that once you volunteer, you just go your own way, do your own things, and if by chance you happen to stumble upon one of your fellow volunteers, your fellows, then that would be the only chance you have to, let's say, catch up, interact, network. But now we have been brought under one roof. So last year we had, I think, our first alumni conference organized by the office. And from this point onwards, I'll be referring to the office as the admin, so bear with me. So the admin found it best to bring us together so that we are not scattered and without any common agenda. So I can point the team that I was with at Buru. I am literally in no contact with any of them. So this alumni fraternity is our first attempt at bringing everyone together. And the reason why we want to bring everyone together is because, quite frankly, this world is full of problems. Do you agree? Does anyone disagree? You seem like you disagree over there. This world is full of problems, and we were exposed just to one area, one sphere of society, which is education. And the purpose of bringing all of us together is to continue our change-making efforts beyond school. How many schools are represented in here? I'd say not more than 100, right? Not more than 100. 60. So, if I can pull a figure from my head, we probably have tens of thousands of schools in Kenya still. And we have only 100 represented in here. So that's a very small part of one sector of this entire world. And now you're being released and let loose to the entire world to do whatever you want. If you want to build a hospital, we're here. If you want to run for president, we're here. If you want to be the next Wangari Maathai, be the next Nobel laureate, be the next groundbreaking Einstein, we have been brought together to solve the most pressing challenges. If I am not mistaken, Eneki, I know you'll be quick to correct me if I'm wrong. We have been brought together to solve the most pressing challenges we have. And you guys, believe it or not, you guys are capable. I just want to point out one person, Phoebe. Phoebe, please rise. Please, tafadhali. Or just wave where you are. That is Phoebe. She is my very able treasurer. Please give her a round of applause. Before I go into why, we need to appreciate her. So a couple of weeks ago, I guess months, Phoebe made a proposal to the Safaricom Foundation in support of a project at her school. And to my shock, and to everyone's shock, positively of course, not in a bad way, she raised $4,000. Please clap for me. So that's just one incident I want to use to inspire us. And on that note, I want to announce here before everyone, for the first time anywhere in the world, that in January, I will be presenting before this committee a draft of guidelines that will help us to manage and, what's the word I'm thinking? To coordinate what I like to call the PACE Alumni Hall of Fame. And so help me God, Phoebe, you are going into the PACE Alumni Hall of Fame. Of course, I need the rest of the committee to agree about at least 2/3, right? You guys, please don't let me down. The second candidate or inductee I would like to present before this committee is a guy who volunteered in 2017. I met him once. I think he was, some of us have met him. His name was Tito Yak. He was a South Sudanese volunteer in, I'm not sure which, Bora Primary School. If I remember correctly, Tito was a refugee. And he volunteered with PACE for X number of months. I'm not sure whether he did 1 term or 2 terms. But what I do remember about that guy is that he raised, was it 150,000 shillings towards the building of a library. Clap for that guy wherever he is. So the first candidate to be inducted into the Hall of Fame with this committee's approval will be Phoebe Mogo. The second person is a 2016 volunteer called Tito Yak. So this endless list of inspirational volunteers has just begun. One more thing. We really do not want to limit ourselves to projects within our schools. Yeah? There's someone I know called Rose Kamene, right? Rose had a project on mental health. Who else do I know? There's so many people doing amazing things out here. So many people. And so do not feel limited by the 2 examples I've given, acknowledging their efforts towards the activities they have undertaken in school. We want us to be global citizens and ambassadors everywhere, not just in the country. I'd like to hear someone sponsored some children somewhere in Madagascar. I want to hear someone from PACE in Malawi doing amazing things. I want to hear someone from PACE in some other country doing something else. So feel free to go out into the world. Don't be limited to your neighborhood, to your community, to your county, to your country, not even to your continent. This world is your stage. Yes, and my job is to keep these guys in check, number one. Keep these guys in check. But most of all, my task is to ensure that my committee, at the end of our tenure in September, develops structures, leadership structures, support structures, networking structures for everyone who is seated here about to graduate as a fellow into the alumni fraternity. So this inaugural committee has one job, which is to build a a foundation. As from September next year, you guys will be free to vie in your respective cohorts, vie for representative positions into the committee, and from there, if you so wish, you can serve as the next chair, which, if I might divulge a bit, won't be referred to as the chair from next year. If it just happens to be you, you'll be called the president of the PACE Alumni Fraternity. So on that note, I wanted to get suggestions from you guys. You guys are the young ones in this fraternity of ours. And are we pressed for time? Oh, we are. So I just wanted suggestions from guys on what do you suggest we're going to call our fraternity? What do we call ourselves? Now that you are no longer a fellow, you're an alumni, what do we call ourselves? If you're confident enough, and I know we're all leaders, please shout wherever you are. Tutajiita JCC and Space Alumni. Shout if you have an idea. Someone suggested Pace X. Someone suggested Pace X, because of Pace. Yes? So if you have any...
I coincidentally worked with outside of all of this, some I even ended up dating. And in the 8 years... And in the 8 years that have gone by, there's only one thing that I wish we had, or that I had, and it was a mixer, where I would meet even more of the people who were part of my lot, but also others, in other years. And so when earlier this quarter, we had the meeting, and I was nominated, then elected, nominated or elected, organizing secretary. I don't know, can anyone take a guess at what my role is as organizing secretary? If no one raises their hands, I know like 5 names, and I'm gonna call someone at random. So, anyone? Yes? Shirahead? He's not too far off. So anyway, the point, my goal is to create a safe space where you and other alum members, from previous years can come together and just talk, network, socialize. It doesn't have to be that serious, We have really cool people over these years, right? There's people who are not in the country, and I heard someone who actually wants to do their masters out there. We have people who have very niche interests. Hell, there's some people in here who can do pottery and would love to form a club. So, there's so many different types of people. It's a very diverse, heterogeneous sort of mix that we have, and I think that we need a very structured way to come together and exploit these interests that we have, and so on. And now, typically, Nicole talked about personalities, and I read somewhere very recently that success tends to favor extroverts, and there's like a myriad of reasons why this might be the case, right? But one of them is because they meet a lot of people, and success is a function of exposure. The more people you meet, the more opportunities you get exposed to, simply because as you talk to people, they'll tell you things that you probably would never even have thought of. If I didn't come to PACE, if any of you did not come to PACE, you might not have done some of the projects that you did. You might never have learned of the different opportunities that exist. And these happened because, one person thought to themselves, hey, this is a really cool thing, and I'd like to get people on board for it, and here we are. That one person is Beck, who is just phenomenal, yeah? So, what I hope to do, and this is it, I'm literally wrapping up, is I have an idea of things that we could do. I'm planning the calendar of events for next year. I've shared it with Ian, but while we will deliberate, and I'm sure even other members of the alum board specifically, will weigh in, this is for everybody. And you guys, I'm sure, because you belong to other social groups and you have really creative ideas even on an individual level, I would like, so eventually we're going to send out Google Forms. I'm sure we have all your email addresses. So I urge you to just really think about what are things that you would like to do. And when I say events, don't even necessarily think of all, random number, 700 alumni people coming together under one roof. It could be 5 people who are interested. I keep thinking pottery. So 5 people interested in pottery. You guys are from different years. You would never have met. So you guys get together and join and do a pottery thing. I don't know. I'm just saying, think outside the box. What do you want? What would drive you to come on a Saturday when you could be in Naivasha doing Naivasha related things? And you will take time out of your schedule to come for an alumni event. What would you like that kind of event to be? Bring in as many crazy ideas, as Ian likes to say, bring as many crazy ideas as possible. I, and of course with the able support of all the other people on the alumni board, will try as much as possible to make it happen. But numbers is what determines whether that event was a success or not. So you guys actually need to show up. I think that's actually everything. So Google Forms will be sent out. Please do not ignore them. There will be a reminder sent out, probably after a few days. Please don't ignore the reminder as well. And then let's see whether we can make something really exciting for next year, okay? Yeah? Alright, you guys are a fantastic audience. I didn't even get the memo, but everyone looks amazing. And I'm very, very proud of every one of you. It was a very heartwarming event. I got very emotional watching the video and watching you guys come forward to receive certificates and medals. And I think, just like has been, I can't belabor the point in, it's a very big deal what you have done. And I feel that in another few years, you will look back and think to yourself, this might have been the best decision or one of the best decisions you made in your adult life. Thank you.
So much, Ineke. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. So without further ado, this is the segment where we now award those fellows who really did an outstanding job. Yeah? I think it's so those fellows who really did an outstanding job with regards to the project and their commitment to the fellowship. So I will invite our executive director to lead us in awarding these young people. So as we call upon you, I would give you some 2 minutes to just give a small speech, whether it's appreciation or talking about the struggle, So you can have some 2 minutes to speak on that, and then we will celebrate you all together. And then finally, before I forget, we will come in front and have a photo with the fellows, the graduates, okay? Great, so we will start with the awards. I'll invite my colleagues, Corazon and Brian, to help with organizing the awards. So the mic is here, so I'll hand you the mic after you have received your award. So the first award we have, and they're not really organized in any particular order, but yeah, they're for you. The first award we have, Best Team Leader. This person has shown great leadership, and she was so committed to the work, and she was always on point when it came to reporting, when it came to communicating what is going on in the school. She was always so committed to this, and we really appreciate her efforts, and we appreciate her for all the work she has done. Fazila Akinyi Hassan Ali. Congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause for the Best Team Leader 2021. Congratulations, Fazila. Let's clap for her. Congratulations, Fazila.
Hi. I would like to thank everyone. When I came to base, when the year ended and everything had happened, Corona, I had gone through a lot last year. So this year, they said I wanted to make a change for our country. I went for the interviews. Actually, Brian is the one who interviewed me. First, I gave a wrong date, so I had to come the next day. And the next day when I came, so I was like, what up, buddy? As in, they won't accept me. So nikafunga kitamba and I went. And Brian told me, after interviewing that, we are not paying you. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. Then he called me and told me I got the spot. When we went for the pre-field, then we had done everything. nikaambiwa I'm going to Madara. I really wanted to go to California. Ni estate iko hapo Isili. But I went but wakanipeleka California, wakanipeleka Madara. I was really annoyed. Nikasema Madara venye nimesikia ma story. Nikasema let me just go. When I went, I was interviewed by Mr. Wambua. Can you stand please? This is my admin at Majimazuri. Everything that I'm being awarded for is the one who has taught me. Because as in nilikubali kufundisha. When I went to Majimazuri, he told me about a youth group. Mimi ni nani, nilikuwa nataka kuonyesha mimi ni PACE fellow, nataka kuonyesha venye nita develop place. I joined the youth. Join the youth, they wanted a vice chairperson. Nikasimama, nikakuwa vice chairperson. I've done a project in providing pads and pad bins in the schools nearby and the people around there. So my role here in this, I wanted to be a lawyer first, but I think after doing PACE, I want to work on rebuilding my community. Then, rebuilding my community, I don't mean Mathare peke yake, the whole world. As in, unaanza na Mathare, one generation at a time, and one step at a time. These kids, unajua unaweza mold tu mtu akiwa mdogo. So, tukianza nao watoto tukionyesha, this is the way, sio ati kila kitu ni politics. We'll do a lot of work, a good work done, kungoja mpaka wawe wakubwa, ati ndio tungoje kwa mold. So, tukiwa kwa hii shule, tusionyeshe let's not just do the project. Let's mentor these kids to become better people. Let's be a good role model to these kids. So, noone pia watake kudevelop place ingine ama watake kudevelop your community yao. Thank you very much.
A proper round of applause. I remember in training, there's a time ulikuwa unasema naweza express na Kiswahili. You know, because it's the best way you express yourself. We really appreciate you and congratulations. The next award, I will invite our head of strategy and operations. So this next award is about partnerships. This guy can convince you. In fact, I think the best role for him should be a salesperson. He can sell you anything. So he acquired the most partnerships within the fellowship. And this person is Clarence Muhoro. Let's clap for him. Let's continue to clap for him as he makes it. Clarence was able to garner partnerships from APSA, from Centum, and so many more. Congratulations, Clarence and the team. Your job well done. So Clarence, you can give us a few words if you want.
Hello once more. I'm Clarence Muhoro, and I want to dedicate this award to my team, Hilda and Lifty. And I'm really proud to have been awarded today. It's a testament to the work we did. And when you do things for free, I think God blesses you. I remember in university I decided to just take 2 weeks out of my holiday to work in ABSA. And I asked and they told them I don't want anything. And when we were doing our project, they came through for us with all the furniture. And so just having that relationship with them bore fruits in the future. So I think that's one thing I've learned, that your relationships will take you to the next level. Your network is your network. And so I'm glad to have partnered with ABSA, Moran, Centum, and Longhorn for this wonderful project we did in Mathare. And I'm grateful to PACE for giving me the opportunity to do this project. Thank you.
Let's give Clarence Clarence another round of applause. Congratulations, Clarence. I know I always use Clarence as an example when I'm training. So now you've seen, yeah? That's Clarence. Mfuateni. He has good stuff, yeah? Congratulations and thank you for your leadership, Clarence. The next award we have will be presented by our guest of honor. Welcome. The next award is Fundraiser Award, and this goes out to our team, but also we appreciate the leadership that they had. This team, they were able to raise the most funds for the projects that they did, and we do not take it for granted. This award goes to the Savior King team, led by Phoebe Mugo. Phoebe Mugo, Rachel Wangoi, let's clap for them as they make their way. Sharon Adiambo, Berry Lanyango, Nai. So because of the leadership that they had, and we really appreciate you, Phoebe, for such an outstanding leadership that you offer to your team. They were able to raise the much that they were able to do. So we'll invite you, Phoebe, to give a small speech on the behalf of your team. So you can all first get the certificate here. Yeah, let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. They did a good job. So it's an amazing team. And as you can see, it's only women. So what does that say? Congratulations, Beryl, Phoebe, Rachel, Sharon. So just to clarify, the trophy goes to Phoebe due to her leadership and also commitment, and then they also share in the certificates of recognition. Let's clap for them one more time. So I invite Phoebe to give a small speech.
Hi everyone. I've just been reminded about the first time I went to that school, and Rachel really laughed at me because I was not born in Kibera, but I have a heart of service. Ooh, so I was seeing people saying the way they are nervous now, I understand. So when we go to the school, I've been to Kibera, but not to such a place. So I'm just lucky when I remember that day. The school is made of bao. So when I stood there, I asked Rachel, "Oh, sure, the building height collapse." And Rachel just laughed at me because she's born there and she knows the living standards. And then lunchtime came and they brought ugali and skuma, and there were no spoons. So it's not my fault, but I was like, where are the spoons? So a student was told to go and bring for me a spoon, and every teacher was looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? So I remember when we were going home with Rachel, I told her that we can do a project for spoons. You can imagine. That was the project I thought when I reached that school, because I remember during training we were being told about people who've done projects, and so when we reached the school, Rachel was really laughing at me because I'm looking at the styles and I'm like, we can wash this place, that's a project. We can do this, we can do this. So by the time we are going home and I'm telling her about spoons, she was just like, who is this? Who is this? And that's the team leader, you can imagine. But by the time I got to get used to the place, because it is not their fault that that place looks like that. And the library project came. So we were asking ourselves, how is learning taking place when there are no books? So we decided to do the library project, but because of CBC, we decided to inculcate an ICT center. So there's the library and the ICT. That's why we received computers and furniture and everything. And I remember Samuel, who unfortunately does not work at PEST anymore, but I'd love to acknowledge him. Before I acknowledge Samuel, I want to acknowledge Clarence, because before we did our library project, we had done the farm. Like my thoughts were not big. My thoughts were just spoons, washing the plates, mini. And then when I saw Clarence do the library project, I was told Rachel, you can do a library project in this school. And then Rachel was saying, yeah, we can do it. So we did it in the second term. So before we started the project, I was so confused. But the training that we got from Tess and Samuel is very good in training for resource mobilization. And Tess used to train us about getting partnerships. So we started by writing our proposal with the guidance of Clarence and Samuel and Tess, and we were able to write a proposal and to send them out. So that's how. And before we got the partnerships, Samuel advised us that you're going to tell people to give you money, but what do you have? So he just asked us that. So in my mind, I was like, what can we do to get money? So that's where the thought of the fundraising came from. And during that fundraising, I begged to be a bit selfish and acknowledge my family who are here today. They came for that fundraising. And in absentia, I want to acknowledge my aunties and everything because, let me just acknowledge them because there are people who their families don't support them. And my father who is at work, not in town. So on that day for fundraising, maybe if I want to decide to go out, I will go out. I wish I can show you my messages. I sent that message to everyone. Back when my mom was receiving calls and she's like, Connie, what is Phoebe doing? I sent to my aunties, I sent to family friends. And so people who are not able to come for the fundraising, they sent money. And a part of the money that was raised, 40,000 came as a result of that. So I also want to encourage you people. Sumbua watu. Ukisumbua watu watakusaidia. Wasumbue. Nilisumbua watu. Hey, hadi sisambua kutoa pesa na kushika. Utasumbua watu. So that's what I did, and I want to say I'm very happy that that fundraising was a success, and that the project was a success. And I'm standing here feeling so powerful because before that project I was just thinking of spoon, but now I can think of something bigger. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's give a proper round of applause. Congratulations, Phoebe, and the whole team that you led. And thank you to the Phoebe's family for also coming in large numbers. Welcome, and thank you so much for supporting her as she continued in her change-making journey. The next award will be awarded by our head of programs, our assistant manager programs, Brian Masharia, and the award is on innovation. So we have, thank you, dear. So we had fellows who, as you've heard here, they've been mentioned, they were very innovative. They thought, walienda waka think big, yeah? There were so many small issues here and there, but they decided to bite that, to kujilid kabisa, yeah? So we want to appreciate that team from Madari Primary School, led by Clarence Muhono, Hilda Anekea, and Nifty Midas. Please come forward. Let's clap for them as they make their way. This team was so committed to their project. I remember they even invited us for a launch. They had a whole launch. Huh? They were so committed. They really made the project their own. And I believe one thing you can notice about these people who are receiving these awards is the fact that they actually made, it's like they became part of these schools. Yeah? It was more than just a school to them. They became part of that community. Congratulations, Hilda. You are a leader in your own right. Msifuate Clarence, najua anabeba mimi leo. Msifuate. Congratulations, Clarence. Congratulations, Nifty. Okay, so I will invite Hilda to speak on behalf of Madari Primary. Oh, and now, oh, sorry, I had forgotten. So each and every one of them has gotten a a trophy, but now there is for the whole team and it will be revolving. You know, so in 2022 we will also have another team that gets the innovation award. So for this one, it's Mandari. Congratulations. Let's give them a good round of applause. Thank you, Michelle.
Hello once again. I don't even know what to say, but my team was amazing. I couldn't have wished to work with any other team. Clarence, Nifty, we literally did everything in a way that they taught me organization. I was the team leader, but everyone was a leader in that team in their own way. We planted trees with our pupils, and when we planted these trees, we told them, when you think of this tree, think of all the dreams you have, all the goals you have. So the same way you water this tree to grow, it's the same way we want you to water your dreams and your goals, because you can literally achieve anything you believe in. We made charts for the people. We taught style and every learner moved to a different level. We got over 1 million shillings worth of books from a primary library. We were able to fundraise and make furniture for the school. And the school was literally a family to us. We made a family from Nairobi Primary School, from the deputy head teacher, Mr. Kigo, who I'd like to acknowledge because he was very supportive of us. Our coordinator, Judy. Judy was also very supportive of us. So I'd just like to thank my team members. Oh, Judy, that is Judy. I'm very grateful to the team. I'm also proud of my team. They've done great things. They've also just taught me how to do better. And I'm literally, I can say I'm a different person, and I look forward to doing even greater things with my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my team. Let's give them a round of applause as they take their So if you're coming back to the fellowship, you see the awards that you need to aim to, right? Yes, I know a number of us are coming back, and we look forward to having you in the team. The next award we have is the most impact hours. This is a fellow who was, again, committed to the fellowship and committed her time and had the most hours in the fellowship. I will invite my colleague Judy to be the one to give this award. And the person receiving this award is Fazila Akinyi as an adult. Once again, congratulations for having the most impact hours in the fellowship. I see some people laughing. How many hours did you have? So congratulations, Fazila.
Hi again. Reason why I have so many hours, it's because Mazuri became a home for me. Sikuenda na nilirisiwa kama mwenye huko. The cooks waliniambia ukikuja hapa sahani yako iko hapa na kijiko. The kids wananipenda, nikienda huko. Shafazila from, I know the kids from baby class till class 8. As I have a ni nani and who is this, because I worked as in I didn't only work for class, I worked in the administration with Mr. Wycliffe, the head teacher. I worked with everyone. And I didn't give Corazon a hard time. Sorry, I didn't give Corazon a hard time. And I want Ryan, please can you stand? I worked with Ryan at Mazuri. He made work easier for me because hakunisumbua kama you worked as in mimi ni mkubwa wake but nilikuwa namsikia. Tulicheza kama team player. Uweze andika tu kwa CV yako ni team player na wewe si team player. Work na watu. So I learned how to work with people. I think ndio maana ilifanya even hata nikitoka I cried. When I was telling the kids bye and Mr. Wambua, I gave him a whole speech. I was crying. And he was like, because you have passion for this school, your manner, una feel hivyo venye una feel. I told them it's never goodbye with Mazuri. I'm still there. I've been there last week I was there for the launch of the books. So Mazuri is still my home. And thank you very much, Mr. Wangwa and Trace, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mazila. Let's give a proper round of applause. So those are the awards we had for fellows this year. Let's clap for all of them for the part that they have achieved. The final award we have is a Champion Award. I would invite our Executive Director to give this award. Unfortunately, the recipients are not here, so my colleague Corazon will receive on their behalf. This is the organization that supported most of the projects in the PACE family this year. And the award goes to Safaricom Foundation. Let's appreciate them in that sense. So Corazon will pick the award on their behalf. And probably she will tell us some of the projects that were supported by Safaricom Foundation and why we saw it best to award them. And we do appreciate them. How many schools are supported by Safaricom Foundation? Mazuri, Phoebe School, and I know there are others that are writing proposals and they are in progress. So we really do appreciate Safaricom Foundation. Corazon, if you could mention just one or two things. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Chair. I think Safaricom Foundation has been our biggest supporter this year. They have supported a number of our fellows in the project they have done, and they have given our fellows books. I know there are so many schools, they have received books, and also the computer project at Xavier King. We are really grateful, and I know some of you are still making proposals to Safaricom Foundation, and I'm really happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Corazon. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's appreciate Safaricom Foundation supporting our fellows. So the next agenda we have is, I'll invite my colleague Brian to lead us on the next agenda. But I think my MC ends here today. How was I? This is my first time MCing an event, by the way. I was also nervous. I was very nervous, but I appreciate having this platform. I do not take it for granted. And I was once a fellow, just like you, and I never thought I would even be here, to be very honest. But the spirit that Fazila talks about, your big challenge, and what Phoebe mentions, that you think big, is what led me to wanting to do more and become a change maker. So go ye and change the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tess. Let's appreciate Tess. Again, just to acknowledge parents. You know, the good thing about PACE, even my own small sister volunteered in 2018. And let me tell you, we both have been impacted because, unlike, you know, normal homes where you always go to school, my sister, from the time she joined PACE, it's like her entrepreneurship is here, then school is here. So even now, we live together and she's very independent, and I can see how PACE has shaped both of us. We come from a single mom, and even our mother has a lot of respect for PACE, actually, because she says there's a lot of confidence that she saw change in us when we came here. So when I hear even people acknowledge the family, and I can see so many families that are here, please, but therefore please stand up. If you are invited by your child or your brother, your sister, if you are here, let's appreciate our moms, dads, guardians. When you have your seats, you will pick the bone on how they didn't tell you about stipend. And you keep them lunch in the office also. So there's a lot you'll have to talk about this Christmas. So I want to just mention that there is lunch to crown this event. So please do not rush anywhere. Remember that video, that senator, give them to lunch. So there is lunch, and there is going to also be people who display some of their art around there at the back. So please let's use that time to network and to know each other. Of course, again, remember about the sanitizer points. Remember to keep your mask on. Yes, so at this point I want to welcome, we've come to the end of the event, and I want to welcome our HSO, Madam Doris Degora, to take us through that. Makofi.
Thank you, Brian. Mine is very simple. We just give a round of vote of thanks for the different people who have joined us today. Thank you very much. Let's start with all of us who are seated here. A round of applause. Thank you very much for being here, for the parents who are here, for the fellows who have graduated. Congratulations. We are very, very proud of you. So I'd like to start this session of vote of thanks by just appreciating Madam Beatrice. Thank you very much, our guest of honor, for honoring us with your presence. We are very, very grateful. And I'll welcome my colleague Helen to give a small token of appreciation from Peacemaker International, just to say thank you for being here. And please pass our sincere gratitude to Sigo Family Foundation and to the APF family. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much again. So the next group I want to appreciate, of course, are the graduates. You guys have done a great job, and you've had all the speeches here this afternoon. So good job, and congratulations to all of you. I want to thank the parents of the fellows who have supported them throughout the year. Of course, being able to let your young people go into the different schools that we were able to place them at. We truly appreciate that, and thank you for allowing them to be the change makers that they are. Continue to support them even as they continue to the next level. The next group I want to appreciate, and just to say a big thank you to who's our partner schools in the different places, and just represented by a few head teachers who are here. And please, if you can stand up, just to appreciate the head teachers who are here. We have Mr. Wambua from Majimazuri. We have Teacher Elizabeth Wambeki from Little Stars. We also have Teacher Samuel from Xavier King. We have Teacher Jacinta from Daystar School. And then we also have Mrs. Masueti from Kawangware Primary. Thank you very much for partnering with us and for allowing us to come and serve in your various schools. Please pass our sincere gratitude to the rest of your teams at the schools. The other group I want to, of course, thank is our funding partners who are represented here by Beatrice today on behalf of Sigo Family Foundation, but also all the other funders who are in different places. We really appreciate your support. We know that our work would not have been, would not have been here without your support. So thank you for supporting our work in various places. We truly appreciate it, and we hope to continue growing our impact together. The next group I want to appreciate is our board members, our board who have been at the forefront of just leading us and guiding us and safeguarding the vision of this great organization. Thank you very much for all your support, and we look forward to continue doing great things together. Of course, I do not forget the staff members of Peacemaker International, both the ones who work at the office and the 10 teachers in the various schools. We really appreciate your work, your service, and also to specifically mention the committee, the graduation committee, who have put this wonderful event together. Thank you very much. Led by Madam Tess. Let's appreciate Tess once again. Great job, Tess. We truly appreciate your work. And lastly, just wanted to appreciate, of course, the other teachers who are here. if there's any other teacher representing any of the schools that we work in, we truly appreciate your time, and thank you for being patient with our fellows and for mentoring them, for guiding them throughout their time in your schools. We are very, very grateful. Thank you very much, and I think we can now say that this event is officially closed, but please welcome for lunch, and Brian will direct us on the rest of the things. Thank you very much.
So thank you, let's appreciate her. So we are supposed to have a group photo. Helen. Madam Helen. We're supposed to have a photo here. So please, we'd like to just have a group photo for our memory and the gallery. I'm sure you've been at the office, you've seen those nice pictures that are there. So we want to add your pictures there on the wall as well. Sounds. So lunch is going to be served at the back. For it to be very orderly, it's best if people leave through one of the doors. I'm going to get information on which door exactly, and then we go through that side and then we come back in.